Hey, wanna pet God's dove? This is the dove that remained on Jesus. Do you know the dove remaining on Jesus story? Since I started showing God's doves, I have found a lot of people do not know. So let me tell you the rest of the story. We are taught that John Baptist did not recognize Jesus and needed this dove to know who Jesus was. But I ask, if John Baptist could not recognize Jesus, how could John Baptist know whom to talk to? To tell that he did not want to baptize Jesus in Matthew 3:15. The truth is, it was not Jesus that John did not recognize. It was the viral 400,000 Judeans walking all day into the desert to John that John Baptist did not recognize. I mean to say, could you recognize 400,000 people yourself? Did you know baptism is God adopting you into heaven? John 1:33 clearly explains God gave this dove to John to know whom God adopted or not into heaven. The facts prove John always recognized Jesus from childhood. I am sorry to say, we have been reading something into this story that just is not there. John Baptist is Jesus' cousin, Mother Elizabeth, and her husband, the priest of the church, made certain John could read and write and play with his cousin Jesus when they were kids. Mothers make this happen, especially when your cousin is Jesus and your dad is the priest of your church. The true dove story is, when John first saw Jesus, John expected a Jordan rock and roll baptism revival at the Jordan River. John expected Jesus to baptize both John and all his disciples with this dove. But instead, Jesus only asked John Baptist to baptize Jesus with this dove. Jesus never baptized anyone, but John insisted it was Jesus who needed to baptize John, because John could be adopted by God, and Jesus cannot be adopted by God, his own Father. But Jesus reasoned with John that it was necessary for righteousness to teach when the Holy Spirit remains on you in the bodily form. As this dove, this is God's sign you are officially adopted into heaven. The truth is, this dove remained on everyone God adopted into heaven. When this dove remains on you, this means God is pleased with you. This dove does not remain on everyone. This dove did not remain on either Herodias or that thief mocking Jesus on the cross either. Now, do you want to take the dove test to see if God's dove remains on you? Text me. I will bring God's doves to your church. If you do not have a church, text me. I will find you a church.